community spirit. Remember that? This is what we were chatting about.
Really, we're talking about volunteering, aren't we? You know, everybody's got to pull in together, and that's how you achieve things. The volunteers also help run Grange Court. They run the local museum. They help with the Playhouse Cinema and the Lion Ballroom. None of those things would exist without people putting their penny in, you know, for free. You know, I feel very strongly about this town. It has so much going for it. We like to be out there flying the flag and saying what a great little place it is.
What's the sense of community like round there, though?
It's fantastic. It's just people in the community that come in to meet, you know, and they bring their families. It's just, well, if you took the pub out of trains, it would absolutely, it would just spoil the community.
Kidman had our problems 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
We were where they are now. And obviously football brings us all together, so, you know, that we've all come together to raise so much money. It's fantastic.
So there we are, that was Monday, that was what was happening on Monday. Lots of it around at the moment, of course, is community spirit. Residents across Worcester rolling up their sleeves and getting stuck into restoring some pride in their communities. Around 30 members of the Worcestershire Filipino international community will join forces for a litter pick alongside a canal in Worcester. We thought we'd send our reporter Claudia Berry along to the waterside in search of some community spirit, Filipino style.
It's actually very beautiful here alongside the canal at Purdyswell. I can see a mummy duck over there. She's got about 10 little ducklings all swimming after her. And on the face of it, it all looks really, you know, quite neat and very pleasant. The water's looking very clean. But if I go behind this hedge, in amongst the trees here, oh my goodness, that is just dreadful. Edwin Vargas, you're the chairman of the Filipino community. You're organising this litter pick. Your heart must sink when you look in that bush.
My heart is sad actually, but we will clean it up on Sunday. We will try to bring as many children and moms and daddy on Sunday, and we will bring our pickers and black bins, and we'll try to clean it up.
I mean, let's have a look what you've got here. You've got sweetie wrappers, you've got cigarette boxes, you've got plastic bottles, you've got coffee cup cartons, you name it here. Where did the idea for this clean-up come from, Edwin?
It's coming from the idea of this young generation, this youth arm of the WFIC, the Worcestershire Filipino International Community. Because they will be celebrating their 3rd year anniversary. They would like to do something outdoor.
So how many Filipino people live in this area?
Oh, the Filipinos that came here, the bulk mostly are nurses actually, working in the hospital, working in the nursing home.
You're a nurse yourself, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
And how many of you are there?
600 Filipinos around Worcestershire.
Let's talk to some of your young people now. We've got Jen Wagayan here, and you're one of the main organisers of the youth, I understand.
Yes.
Can you explain why young people from your community are so keen to put something back? Is it part of the Filipino culture, or is it the way you're brought up, or are you just angels from heaven? What is it?
I think it's a mixture. I mean, we're here now, and we're part of a big community, so we might as well give something back to this community that has welcomed us so warmly. And I think we're taking this opportunity to do so by doing many YG activities.
And what about litter picking? I mean, do you really want to get your hands dirty?
I hate to admit, not really, but it'll be an adventure.
I mean, how much of this canal are you going to try and clean up?
Hopefully as much as we could, probably the whole thing.
How keen are the youngsters to join in? Are you having to crack a whip behind them, or are they all chomping at the bit to join you?
Sometimes it's the whip thing, but when you mention the outdoors, gosh, they're excited and they'll stand up and screaming. So
this is a real example of community spirit. Do you think in Britain we've still got that community spirit, or is it because you're a community within a community, aren't you? You're your own community, but you're still very much part of Worcestershire where you live.
Yeah. And I think it's a good way of upbringing our young children. Our children has been growing up here, and they have seen a different culture here. We would like to mix this culture together
Take the good bits from each.
Yeah.
Sometimes people grow out of it. Some people still want to do that community spirit, but it's really good because it brings many different people together, and you have the opportunity to get to know them and learn new things, especially culture. That's a really